What is going on, everyone? The Anthony here with evolutiontraders.com. We're going to do a recap here, and we're going to start off looking at the triple Qs as well as the NASDAQ futures. So insane day, right? As of right now, we're down 1.5% on the NASDAQ. We're down 184 handles. So with that being said, I've got some levels on my chart. If you guys follow me, you guys kind of know this is my big boy chart. This is what I use to kind of mark out all of my pivot levels, all of the areas where I potentially can take trades based on, technical analysis, supply and demand. Where do I have the most kind of room to run? Phenomenal day. If you guys watched my video from yesterday, Tesla was the move. I've been speaking about it the past 2 days. Congratulations to everyone who caught Tesla, but we're going to be looking at the NASDAQ futures here. So you can see the NASDAQ futures right now kind of coming down into this support. So I have a couple of trend lines marked out. These white lines here, this 12,241 and 12,068. These were levels that I put in the Discord yesterday to kind of mark out, if we potentially lose these areas, potentially things can get aggressive. Well, they got aggressive a lot before we hit that downwards kind of trend line. So what we were looking at here, if I pull up the hourly chart, it actually provided a little bit of a play to the long side, and fairly quickly after the open. So if you kind of look at this 12,241, again, this level was marked yesterday. So this was on our charts. This is what we were looking at in Evolution Traders. If we are to break this price action, we had room to stretch. We have room to run, right? So you can see first hour candle of the day, this, starting in the pre-market, we kind of bursted through that area. We closed. All we are looking for here off the open is a little bit of a pullback. We want to stay above the rising 5-day moving average. And we want to get long through the pre-market highs over that pivot level, right? That's what's called a second entry. For those of you guys who sometimes take trades, and then you feel like you get into the trade and it immediately goes against you, not necessarily means that it's a bad trade. Sometimes what happens is if you have a particular level of supply and demand, nothing is ever going to stop to the T, right? They're going to break levels, right? That first attempt, like for in this example, we're going to talk about to the long side. So they're going to break that level to the long side. They're going to go ahead and put in a new high, and then it's either going to consolidate, it's going to come back, or it's just going to continue to rip higher. What we need to see happen is that pivot level, this level that we had here, the 12,241 area, we need to see that level get broken, and then we need to see consolidation, we need to see the pullback, or we just need to see it continue to run on the next candle, right? That's what's called your confirmation. That's your second entry. It's a lot safer of a bet. You can kind of put a stop loss here. So you can see we took out that level and we ran from a price of around 12,2259 all the way up to a price of 12,338. If you trade futures, you trade the triple Qs, you trade anything, this is a hell of a level that you should have made money on to the long side. If you trade anything in tech, you'll notice that not all tech stocks, but some of them, Apple, Microsoft, even Nvidia for a very quick second, they all kind of put in these nice levels the first hour, hour and a half after the market opened, provided some fantastic opportunities. Now, the problem with newer traders is they see that level break, they think everything is going higher, they forget about what's going on here, they forget about our short-term downtrend, and they think, okay, I'm just going to stay in this trade, I'm in profit, I'm going to go ahead and just continue to ride it up. 2 hours later, everything comes back in on you. Now you're either breaking even, or you're now in drawdown, you're panicking, you're wondering what to do, you're flipping to the short side, you're getting stopped out on mini 5-minute bounces, 2-minute bounces, so forth and so forth, right? So kind of understand your levels kind of going in. Where are you going to take profits? That's why I use this chart. Where are we going to take profits? What are we looking to do after we get into the trade? In the NASDAQ continues to flush now 205 as we come into the close here, the last power hour. What we're looking at, though, we put in this high here at the 7 a.m. candle Pacific Standard Time, then we started to kind of come back. Well, the lower level that I had marked out here, this 12,068, just came into play this hour. So even if you wanted to give the bulls the benefit of the doubt, because we did have this level of support, this level, this level, this level, this level, this level, if you wanted to just kind of be patient, right, which I always try to preach, be patient, right? If you have levels and it doesn't trigger right when the bell opens, it's okay. As long as you're not, just jumping into everything, just sit back, be patient, wait for your spots to kind of trigger. When they trigger, then you can take those accelerated moves. You can see here, there was a sneaky area 2 hours ago, right, on this 10 a.m. candle. If we kind of look at this level here, it's on the 1 hour chart, it's the 200 SMA kind of holding this level here at around 12,140. Okay, so on the triple Qs, it's going to be in the same area. So if we kind of look at this area, as soon as we break this area, what you want to do is pull up a 5-minute time frame. You want to see it break, you want to see it put in a new low, you want to see it do the same thing, either consolidate, bounce, get rejected, come back. When it goes through that second low again through this pivot level, this is a sneaky area here, you can then take this trade with anticipation of trying to cover up at this lower Bollinger Band, and understanding that your maximum potential, your measured potential, is down here at 12,033, and we just actually broke through. So essentially you could have taken a sneaky pivot here, and you could have taken that for at least, you know, about 100 points or so. Fantastic trade, just like some of the stocks are also continuing to flush. Tesla right now is at 173, and I still have 2 runners. That's why I'm a little bit excited, talking fast. I've been in this thing for 2 days here. 173, down $8 on the day. So with that being said, you could have waited for this level. Look at exactly where we stopped. And mind you guys, if you guys are in the Discord, right? Those of you guys who are on YouTube, you guys are not in the Discord, so you didn't know. If you are in the Discord and you're watching this video and we continue to just absolutely get destroyed here, wow, what an amazing move. This is absolutely insane. 217 points. Okay, if you guys are in the Discord, go back to the Discord, go to the futures channel where I was posting this last night. I marked these levels last night. Look at exactly where we stopped at 11 a.m. Look at this candle. Look at where it stopped. I mean, to a T. Stop to a T. So as we're looking at this level here, stopped, we kind of gave it a little bit bounce, we didn't take out the previous high, and then we started to flush. We are now down 227 points on the NASDAQ here. Absolute insane move. 226. Wow, things are getting aggressive here on the NASDAQ. So even if you were to wait here through 12,068, you could have taken this down to 12,031. That's 30 points. You trade one contract and take 30 points on the NQ, which is the NASDAQ futures. That's like a one and done trade. You could have essentially literally sat on your hands if you were bear biased, sat on your hands, waited patiently for all of this price action to develop, and taken this trade and still made money, even though we're down 230 points now. This is absolutely insane. Could we get an inside bar day today or tomorrow? Yeah, that's possible. Could we see an aggressive rally and a bounce tomorrow? That's also possible, but we could also flush as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at the daily chart here and see exactly where are we coming. We are coming right down to this 200-day moving average as well as a 50-day moving average, sitting right here at around 11,959. That's our 200-day moving average, and our 50-day moving average is sitting at around 11,915. This is where we're coming. This is going to be a short-term stop. We could bounce tomorrow to kind of end the week and just kind of finish somewhere in this range here, which is completely fine. But just understand that if we do start to lose the 50-day moving average here and close below the 200-day moving average this week, next week is going to get very aggressive down to 11,688. Just, you know, don't ask any questions. That's the next stop where we're going. If we kind of pull up the NASDAQ 100 triple Qs ETF, we can kind of see the same picture here. We're sitting right at the 50 EMA. Our next stop, if we do close below this 50 EMA, you could see a gap down or an immediate washout off the open to 289. 289. We are currently sitting at 292. So things could still accelerate another 2, 3, 4 points into tomorrow. Now, the big level that we need to pay attention to is 289 even. We're going to have a little bit more support here at 288. Let's call it 288 for the sake of the video. If the NASDAQ 100 closes below 288 this week, that is going to put a major damper on this kind of run that we've had in 2023. Things are going to get aggressively pulled. For example, today people were coming for the 165 Tesla puts. I also seen someone come in big size for August 135s. Okay, guys, we are currently trading at 173 on Tesla, and considering we were in the 190s, 180s just not too long ago, we're talking days, people are coming, big bettors are coming for the 135s in August. Now, whether they get paid is a different story, right? They could have, it could be a hedge, it could be, you know, just a speculation bet, but a ton of 180s, a ton of 175s, a ton of 165s for tomorrow as well. Some of them are next week and some of them are for the end of the month. But again, if we do close below this level today, this 50 EMA, you could see us start to test this 290 on the Qs, and anything below 290 is going to 289, and 288 is our big level. So you can see we are going to run into a little bit of support here. So if we do gap down, expect this action to wash out and then get choppy. get choppy in this range, we might hold this channel low here from the 2nd of March. If we do hold the channel low from the 2nd of March, you know, kind of be careful, because we could bounce back up into this range tomorrow, and it can kind of create this dead cat bounce that, you know, creates a lot of choppy price action, makes it kind of hard if you, especially if you come in with the intentions of shorting tomorrow, and then we kind of wash out off the open or pre-market, and you don't really get that continuation. So in order for us to get continuation, serious continuation to the downside, we're going to want to close below the 50-day moving average. Now, if you're an absolute bear and you hate, or an absolute bull and you hate trading to the bear side, what you're going to need to do is get into this area of support, and you're going to need to hold. We're going to need to hold this area, and then you're going to want to catch that dead cat bounce coming off the bottom floor. You're going to want to use the day's low or one of these lower support levels as your max pain, and you're going to kind of want to bounce it into that supply zones. Again, if you're going to go long tomorrow on any type of bounce, think cash flow, think scalp. Okay, we're not going to think, hey, we hit the 200-day moving average once before back here and we bounced aggressively for 3 days, you know, 200-300 points. We're going to do it again, because this time, as we come into the 200-day moving average and the 50-day moving average, this time we may not bounce aggressively, and in fact we may lose this level, and it may start a big leg down, okay, for the next 2 to 3 months. So we want to be very, very cautious, and we want to kind of pick our spots accordingly. As of right now, how I'm going to kind of play it, I'm going to take my foot off the gas. I've had a phenomenal week, and I don't feel like giving away profits. Who does, right? You know, anytime you make enough profits to kind of secure the week, secure your a bye week, or you know, even a month, take your foot off the gas, size down a little bit, kind of pick your spots more accordingly, wait for some of the bigger levels to kind of open up. I don't really want to get too involved in a lot of the choppiness action if we do kind of finish back inside the range tomorrow. And again, if we do start to wash out below the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average tomorrow, hey, things could also get aggressive as well. So that's exactly how I'm going to play it. You know, if I was to just give you an example of the range I'm talking about, where we can kind of, you know, recover, let's say we're in the middle of this channel between 288 and around 293. If we start to recover 293 tomorrow, we could definitely play the range back into 295, 296. So we got maybe $1.50 to $3 worth of bounce, and we could close inside this range. It doesn't necessarily mean it's bullish and we're going back up, because we could just be, you know, having a little bit of a profit taking, a little bit of a sellers getting tired, exhaustion, kind of burnout, and then we just finish here tomorrow. And next week, when we do lose these lows of around 291.89, now we're talking about coming down to 288. So that's how you can play it. So if you are a day trader or a short-term scalper, you could play this range. Again, we need to reclaim 293.30. It's going to be very risky. It's going to be very choppy. We could reclaim it, come back down, reclaim it, chop around, come back down. Again, think cash flow. If you do get a move and you happen to get a setup on the triple Qs or your stock that you like to trade, take profits a lot sooner, size down a lot more. But as of right now, you know, we're down almost 2% on the triple Qs. I mean, this is an absolute insane day here that we're looking at. I hope you guys all made money to the short side. Again, if you are a day trader, or you consider yourself, or you're an aspiring trader, make sure you're trading to the short side as well as to the long side. I came in today with a bunch of levels that, if stocks confirmed, I was ready to play long. The only stock I was truly bearish on coming into today was Tesla. But I also, as a trader and you know, following technical analysis, I also understood that there is potential, right? There was potential today below this 200-day moving average on the 1 hour time frame. Look at where we held yesterday. We put in this low here yesterday, and if you look at the yesterday's lows and you look at the bottom of this wick here at 10 a.m., look at how perfectly that matches up. 294.81. As soon as we lost this at 11 a.m., all you could have done was just wait for it to test this level, bounce, and as soon as we lost it the second time, take that entry, and you took an easy from 294 all the way down to 291. That's a 3-point move in just about an hour and a half. That's all you had to do. So even if you were long bias coming in, you could have taken the trade here. As we started to pull back, there was no need to panic. Just either stop out even, cut a small loss if you did get caught, right? If you bought closer to the top, stop out. Or if you're a little bit more of a seasoned, disciplined trader, and understand, take your profits on the way up, set your stop loss at break even. So one of those three scenarios, either you took profits, stopped out on the rest at break even, or either you entered in way too late and you took a small loss here, identifying that, you know, the level has been broken. And then you could have just patiently sat on your hands and made all of that money back plus some just through the day. Or if you didn't buy the hype here, you didn't buy the hype, meaning you didn't believe that this pump was real, that's fine. You could have waited until we lost the 200-day moving average and then taken this trade here. And this would have been a fantastic trade. Hope this makes sense to you guys. Hope you guys all had a great day today. Make sure if you guys want to learn how to trade supply and demand, understand pivots, and understand how I use this big chart to identify key levels that you guys can day trade on a day in and day out basis on any stock that you want to, join evolutiontraders.com. You're going to get a lifetime membership to the online community chat room where I throw in my watch list. I'm talking live intraday. You're trading with other traders who are looking at the same stocks I'm trading. They're trading their own stocks. Everyone's very supportive and helpful in there. It's also going to come with one-on-one coaching with me, psychology, mindset coaching for trading. It's also going to come on, you know, trade recaps. I mean, you're going to get trade recaps. So if you take a trade, you lose, we can go analyze it, go through it together, kind of see where you could have made some adjustments or fixed some problems. Or if it was a great trade, we're going to really highlight that and kind of discuss more on how to keep duplicating that process. And you're going to get 2 courses in there. It's a one-time fee, it's lifetime. So as long as I'm here walking, breathing, talking, you know, I'm going to be able to help and assist you, because after all, I do this full time anyway. So it's no real skin off my back. I'm here in front of the charts, you know, 5 days a week. So might as well get a community together, because I want to trade with other people who are very serious about trading. I would like to make money with other people, because after all, this is a business. So let's expand our business together. Let's all make money. If you're sitting back thinking you don't have enough money to kind of day trade, you don't have enough money to take, you know, 3, 4, 5 setups in a day, speak to me, join Evolution Traders. I can get you guys set up to where you guys can get funded to trade up to $1 million in prop firm capital. That allows you not only to trade stocks, but futures, crypto, Forex, whatever you guys want to trade, because that's the main thing. All of these prop firms out here, they do not allow you to trade Tesla or trade Apple or trade Microsoft. You have to either trade the ES, which is a SPY, or the NQ, which is NASDAQ as a whole. But if you guys are interested in trading stocks, make sure you guys join Evolution Traders. Hit me up on a DM. I'll get you guys all tied in and set up so you guys can get some capital. That's one reason why so many people lose money, is because they're undercapitalized. You're only able to make one trade. The trade that you take as a loser, then you can't buy any more stock or options. And then you're kind of just sitting there on a losing hand when the second trade that you've seen, you know, would have been a home run. So hope that makes sense. I'll talk to you guys all tomorrow. Have a good one.